Now we begin with new laws. The new year is here, and that means new ones are taking effect. South Carolinians can expect to see police reform and state income tax cuts. News 19's Becky Buds explains how these laws could impact you.
This year, there will be stricter guidelines for police certification, misconduct reporting, and de-escalation training at law enforcement agencies across the state.
I think is going to be very beneficial to the public.
Newberry County Sheriff Lee Foster reacting to a new state law aimed at raising minimum standards and accountability in law enforcement.
So requires law enforcement agencies to do things that probably should have been done all along.
The law establishes statewide guidelines for citizens to report officer misconduct and restricts use of force in the field, as well as no-knock warrants.
There are going to be some challenges and opportunities for smaller agencies that may not have up-to-date policies and procedures.
The new year also means more money in taxpayers' pockets. In 2022, lawmakers passed bipartisan legislation that reduces the top income tax rate statewide to 6.5%.
And once we've done all that, we've taken care of our priorities, we give money back to the taxpayers, and that's what you saw through this tax cut.
House Minority Leader Representative Todd Rutherford explains an employee who makes around $40,000 a year will have about $600 less withheld in their paychecks starting this year.
Those that are right there, that are working every day trying to put food on the table, those are the people that are going to see it, and those are the people that we want to help the most.
For South Carolina residents, the relief will be welcomed.
A break is well needed right now for people that's paying the taxes, everything. I mean, we need a break somewhere. So.
I charge tax for everything. Tax for gas, tax for food, tax for clothes, tax. So I just feel as though that'll be a great thing.
While the new income tax reduction starts this year, people will not see it on their tax refund until they file for taxes in 2024. Reporting at the State House, Becky Buds, News 19 WLTX.
All right, Becky, thank you. There have been dozens of bills pre-filed for the upcoming legislative session, which begins a week from tomorrow. They cover a large range of topics from abortion to sentencing reform. At least two bills would create a sales tax exemption for feminine hygiene products. Another would establish training requirements for the use of tasers by law enforcement. Well, one bill would create longer sentences for crimes committed while on pretrial release and require full cash bond for certain crimes. Now, bills in both House and the Senate would create enhanced penalties for hate crimes, and several bills would ease regulations on adoptions, including the elimination of the 90-day waiting period to finalize an adoption and giving courts the ability to waive certain investigations and reports. And in the Senate, a bill would provide free breakfast and lunch in all South Carolina public schools. These are just a handful of the long list of bills to be introduced in the new session.